Okay, so today um I kept I'm gonna keep working on coding projects. I did not touch PT for the last 2 days. But anyway, I think this is more important to me because I feel like I kind of almost lost track on the coding projects, and I just want to get it done before like focusing um on PTE. But it's better to learn to do two things at the same time. However, let's do this one in the morning because it's kind of a heavier task and it's need more kind of energy and focused. So I am discussing with my AI about the next feature. Yesterday we have finished phase 20. Phase 20 is about the cross location. It caused me quite a lot of troubles because the feature itself got hit so many kind of problems along the way, and it took me a day to fix this with AI and finalize what we literally want to, because there was some mismatch between kind of my expectation and the code itself. um, I also have some kind of pending issue here, but I'm gonna ask AI later because it's not relevant. However, I just want to make sure that um I don't forget. I mean, I have some of those pending stuff, and I will get back to you later. Now we move to phase 21, which is the selfie feature. Is not right the planning file yet, so we don't see the phase 21 here, but it should be um it should be there soon. However, I was curious because I saw the term RPC calls just happen a lot in the discussion in our conversation, and also actually it lives inside the code base somewhere in the migration 5 here. And I searched on Google. It's called remote procedure call, but I just want to deep dive a bit more, so I asked my AI about it. um, and because my brain recently like lazy, so I wanted in to be explained in a simple analogy. Here I explain RPC, remote procedure call, is kinda, instead of touching the database directly yourself, you call a specific name function that lives on the database server and let it do the work, and then it hands you back just the answer. So I don't have to touch the database directly myself. I just call a specific name function. Oh, I see. Because it's like we write the function in this migration file, and then we call it. It's basically the, I think, oh my goodness, I have so many stuff opening here. Let's close it. That's why. Okay. Give me a second. I just I just hide it when I see so many stuff display in my computer, so I just close it all, focus on one or two screens only. um what I wanna double check is that I'm gonna have a look quickly into my migration. I believe that is live somewhere near around here. Think of it like calling a bank phone hotline instead of walking into the vaults yourself. What is the vault? It is the premise, the bank itself. You don't get to see or touch the memory directly. You dial supervision number, give them a few pieces of info, and then patient on the other end, the all the actual work behind the scene done. In original, you never see how they did it, and then you can't do anything except what specific hotline number is built for. So it's just like in this project record cloud event is exactly that hotline. The keyword address and directly insert arrow into a cloud event table itself is called record cloud event, and over I think somewhere, and over the staff ID, pin, location, and action, and thereby does the entire job entirely in one step. Check the pin is right, check whether that action is even allowed right now. Insert the record if so, and update over Tom status if relevant. Then just reply back with one word OK, invalid pin or invalid transition error. The reason this matter specifically for the kiosk, it has no login at all. Normally Superbay would refuse to let a logout app touch anything sensitive like pin hashes. This RPC or mount security definer, meaning the function itself is trusted to bypass that restriction precisely because it its own careful check internally before touching anything, rather than trusting the unauthenticated app to police itself. So Kiosk gets a small tiny control set of hotline number it allows to call instead of broad direct access to the database. Let me have a look. I'm just curious, so I'm gonna. Nah, I believe that there will be some file here. Glass club in. Redeem. Record club. Oh, okay. For example, record club event. Stop ID. So it's to have all of this fill in the type of it. Text UID is the ID generated by the system. Type text. It is something PostgreSQL. Okay. The function itself is kind of long and complicated, but basically it is a function where we write the logic here to check if it's because it's bypass the it's gonna bypass the normally the whenever we touch the database, the Superbay will ask for authenticated user, but because with Kiosk we don't do authentication again, it just use the pairing pin generated by the boss, and the staff can just clock in or clock out or stop break whatever, and it's recorded in the system. So all of this information, how to pass back to the database, and it could be shown later in the shift flow main app. All of those one need to be handled by our PC. Doesn't really insert. Yeah, it's called this event. Is this called that function? ID. OPC or security refiner. Yeah, we can see this one here. in which case it's return invalid type, in which case it's return no pin set, in which case return invalid pin, and in which case return kind of, it has so many scenarios. We don't need to care too much, but basically here we write a function including all the logic checks to make sure it is secure enough to work with the database. Otherwise, I mean, the database will refuse, meaning the function series is just to bypass the restriction. Yeah, you can see it here because it don't carefully check internally before touching anything. So it's like we have two ways to handle things, right? One is through authentication, just like police check, right? And secondly, so before going to the authentication route, we do the pre-check earlier by like by the function called record clock event, and it's happened in Kiosk because it's kind of like it doesn't you log in, like it doesn't require not log in, how to say, because in Kiosk we still need to use a pin, and this pin is generated by staff, so it is recorded in the database, I believe. Yes, of course. So it check that pin, and it check if the pin is correct or not, and then the database will handle the other stuff. Okay, I think I understand it now. I don't know how to explain it properly, but we can just let it go ahead. Save as I mean, maybe I don't need to use this one, but I just want to make sure that it doesn't forget to save the documentation, whatever we discussed in the planning file. Sometimes my AI forget it, so I normally sometimes I have to ask them again to save it in this file, and to avoid asking it later, I'm gonna just attack it here. I've never done this kind of the project that big like this. For the last 1 or 2 days, I feel kind of really demotivated because I think the feeling is like a little bit overwhelming because I don't know, not I don't know what to do, but I just feel like why after switching to the standalone Kiosk app, I run into so many problems. And for example, if I am handling this issue right, then I just I've just discovered another problems while testing, and um and I know like, and I feel like the application now become a mess. It's a lot messier than than the previous than the last than the initial plan I had. What happening with my English? I mean, I know that I need to work on my articulation, but also my English as well. I cannot find the right word to express my idea. Now I have what I need, even the real complexity here. The item of service, database or PC change, the camera UI, and a genuine offline cute redesign scene photos blow past. It said that the upload queue, I mean the upload queue, I feel like it's not necessary, but the AI said that it should have feature. So let's do it. I'm splitting into two plan backend feature, then client side capture flow that depends on it. Okay, while waiting for it, I think we can read this stuff. Um, it doesn't matter. I think we can go to what? Okay, it's a long history chart. Earlier, where is before this one? It's explained to me about this one. So it said taking a picture with front camera and upload it is a well-worn, straightforward feature, which means it's not hard. The part that takes real work is something you haven't seen yet. Yes, I of course. Which is the current offline queue can only hold small context data about 2 GB limit, and further is way bigger than that. So the kiosk is offline. So when we need to save the photo to a temporary file on the tablet first, then upload later once the connection back. That's a genuine but very manageable piece of engineering, not a blocker. Which means, I'm not sure if I understand it correctly. Genuine but very manageable piece of engineering. What does mean? I'll ask Claude. What burning not executed yet? Okay, I think I can choose my AI for now, but why is road here just a little in the stay? Okay, let's just allow the stay for. I think they will be changing in the okay here face. Oh yeah, earlier I said you're gonna separate into two kind of steps, plan 1 and plan 2. So plan 1, manual your task, further migration on optional with optional further URL param. Okay, let's just go ahead with plan A. When we type the command, is knows that it targeting plan O1. I mean, AI is smart enough to know where we are now. I believe based on the context, and also it's gonna check the latest day. So for example, the latest day like currently stopped at phase 20, so it know that okay, we are having phase 21 not yet executed, and then it's gonna start from here. So let's me read what it is about. Creating a Clover call. Isn't I can do no way for it to say. or should I execute everything that doesn't depend on the migration th function? Task 1. Is this free? For free. I think I can add it here. I believe it's free. Is this free? Is this free? I can do it. What you can start on ABS. On the stuff of the tools. Free. Yep, let me code, and then I need to okay, let's search for free R2 lowercase. It's also set. It is also set in Google set Cloudflare R2 storage, starting storing for free up to 10 GB. So, oh, okay. Stop paying. I mean, I gotta start it with free option first because my boss haven't paid for me yet, and later I might upgrade it later. Okay, just your man. Because I cannot. I mean, because I don't know what. There's so many stuff to be able to know what to build, so I gotta choose it. But I will make sure that I test everything carefully and discuss properly before, implementing anything. So, yeah, I high up AWS because it is so expensive and it's not transparent. The last time I used it and it's burned my money, so I'm gonna stay away from AWS at 3. Compares is with heavy daily use code with all location, you need about 100 to even approach the storage. For this pretty actual scale, you are even unlikely to ever hit a pay tire from this feature alone. If it does, it's just verification. Okay, which mean okay, you will go. Last year, you occur your different login provider. Bro, I don't remember what provider I used last time. Please tell me. Did I use GitHub? I don't think I use now. Wait for me. I'll get back to you later. I think maybe I use GitHub. Not sure. Oh yo. Hey, my bad. I'm so sorry. What else? I go to your registered manageable manage account. Offers for something or two. Storage. Wow, it is quite okay. Yeah, I remember I stopped the server here already. So look at the Cloudflare. It have a kind of generous. It's have kind of generous like storage. 10 GB per month free. So okay, go ahead. Class B 1 million operation per month free. Storage. Let's use. This is a package already, I believe. Let's go. You will only be charged if you exist. This one. Hey, everything need credit card. It's okay. We have to do it anyway. So okay. Now I have our two objects stored. What is this here as a fee? Okay, go ahead. It's just commit for me separately pending not blocking phase 19. To account ID. Bucket setting. To dashboard. Bucket. I think gonna be create bucket setting. Or custom one is simulator. Existing. I think that doesn't need to pressure standard verify. Okay, that's one. We just need to file super secret command. Okay, I think this one I'll handle it in full menu in summary. So after completing, it's gonna have a summary file called a summary file, and having menu step here, menu test y. Okay, I think I got it. So I need all of those one. I think I'll do it on the other one.